Hello. Two hoods. God, being in nature makes you come alive. I was thinking last night how quick life can be sometimes. I don't know why. I was thinking about my old mum and how old she was when I was born. And then I was thinking that she moved to the village where I was a little boy. A village with an old stone causeway, they called it, a pathway that was built by the monks that led from the river all the way through the village up to the church. And I remember my mum as being an old lady, obviously, but when you work out the ages, she was about 30, 29, 30 when she moved to that village. So she wasn't an old lady, she was an old lady to me, being I was 2 or 3 or whatever. It's funny, isn't it, how quick your life can go. You know, maybe we reminisce, maybe we think about this as we mature, as we get older, as our parents have now moved on to a different journey, and we're here for now. In another 20 years we will have moved on, you know, and then those that have got kids, 20, 30 years after we've gone, they've gone. It's very, very short, this life. Very short. If you're 14 and you're watching this, you think, God, you know, I've been alive 14 years. That's a long, long time. You know, it does appear that that's how it is. You know, I can remember all of my life, I suppose, but I can remember being 14 or 18. You know, and then you turn around and you're 55. Oh, I've got to try and navigate this. Oh, Jesus Christ. So if I was 14 or 18, I'd have flown over there. Probably flown over to a different county as well. Anyway. So yeah, life is very, very short, isn't it, really? And it makes you wonder, you know, if we're going to die of old age, or if I'm going to die of old age, what have I got left? 20 years? Something like that. 20 more summers maybe. 21, 23, 26 summers, 19 summers, 19 more birthdays, whatever it may be. Oh, got warm really in 2 hoods. It's a good idea to wear 2 hoods. I love the sky today. Absolutely love the sky today. It's just beautiful. Can't beat autumn winter skies. You cannot beat them. Summer is a magical time, and so is spring, but you don't get the skies that you get with autumn and winter. And a mushroom. I'm not saying anything in this video. Boat! Bodie! Yeah, I'm not saying anything in this video really, apart from just that one thing, that life is short. We know that anyway. But it's one of those things that dawns on us, you know, sometimes. You think, Christ, I'm 55, you know. And it all stemmed really, I was thinking about my mum, and when she moved to the village and she would have been like 30. I thought she was an old lady. So therefore children obviously must assume I'm an old man. And I probably am, and that's cool. Yeah, you look at life sometimes like you've got forever in front of you. But we haven't. And I saw Colin the other day, Colin Tonker's dad, he bought a new sort of disabled chariot. I don't know what they call them. It's probably not very politically correct of me. Because he struggles to walk sometimes, same as I do sometimes. And that's an age thing, you know. I've lost my dog. Where's my dog? Birds! See if he comes running back. Birds! Oh, hello. Thank you for coming back, darling. I couldn't see you anywhere. So yeah, 55. Listen, make the most of life, you know. Every single day. There's an old saying, isn't there? Live life like it's your last ever day. Well, it might be today or tomorrow or the next day. I don't know, you know. And I do try to live and experience and appreciate life today as it is now. I know a lot of people would be sat on the PC or sat watching TV or moaning about something in life or worrying about something that might or might not ever happen. But I try to enjoy my life, my way, my terms, as much as possible. And obviously you adapt as well. You know, what I enjoyed when I was 18, I wouldn't be enjoying now. You know, but that's how things are. Boats, you're not going to be licking, are you? Good boy. Oh, this is just beautiful in here. Magical sky. Yeah, I think, you know, you could waste your life, couldn't you, really? You know, and I do see people wasting their life. I see, and they're not just old people, you know. I know young people, I know very young people that shy away from the world, hide away, bring their life down as if they don't exist on this planet. Perhaps they don't do a lot, perhaps not many friends, perhaps not many interests or hobbies, perhaps not much of a life really. It's a real shame. I think you've got to grab it, embrace it, live it. One life. We have one short life. I think as long as you're happy as well, you've got to find your level of happiness, your level of peace. Follow your bliss. That's what it's all about. That's life. I was 2 years ago now. She left an impression in my mind really. I spoke to a woman who's an artist in Wales, or from Wales, and she's very, very reclusive. She said, you know, she's admittedly she's reclusive, and she's happy with that. But that works for her on her level, you know. She wasn't always that way. Life and a series of events has kind of Made her a little bit like me, I suppose. Cynical, which I am. Try not to be, but I am. Reclusive. Alone, but not lonely. Just alone. That's how it works for me. Life. You know, but you got to be happy doing whatever you're doing, and if you're happy, then yeah, that's great. As long as you are happy, and of course people can tell themselves they're happy when they're not. You know, they sit indoors all day watching telly, and you say you're happy. Oh yeah, yeah, I love it. You know, maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. You know, I'm not kind of picking on anybody's life, but it is one life, one very, very short life, and it's funny to think, you know, that we'll all be dead. You know, what a morbid video, Bri. Oh well, it's factual, it's truthful. Funny to think we'll all be dead. You know, most people watching this in somewhere between 10 and 30 years will all be dead. And even saying that, it sounds like a long time, 30 years. But just step back 30 years. Just step back. You know, I would have been 25. I can remember that. I can remember I was living in a little old caravan. It was very cold and damp, and anyway, that was fun. Fun when you reflect back, you know. But whatever happens, you know, I've lived a life. I lived quite a big life in many respects. I love the shape of that. Yeah, I just love that. But the beauty of life is we don't know what's coming. We know what's been. So here's to the future. Whatever that may be. And for how long. The only thing I want in my life, because I don't want for a lot, but I would like, it is quite morbid this, I'd like to die relatively early in my life. I know that sounds awful, right? Where am I going? I have no idea. Try this way. Oh, it is that way. Yeah, I don't want to live a great life, a great long life, simply because I think most people that I've seen that's lived a long, long life have been very ill. Lots of pain, and, you know, again, think about my mum. I spoke to her one time and she said, I've only been out bloody 3 times this week. 2 times to the doctor and once shopping. And I thought, oh, it's so sad, you know, she thought that was going out. I've been out. Oh, where did you go? Went to the doctor's. Oh, how lovely. How marvellous. Now, camera probably won't zoom in, but look at that. I love the colour of the sky, but look at that on there. What a beautiful, wonderful shape. Yeah, I don't want that to be me. I don't want to be old, infirm, shitting in my nappy. You know, I'm quite happy to continue living at the moment. But, you know, if things get worse, you know, 10 years or whatever, 15, 20 years, I don't know. Maybe it'll be time to go. Who knows? We'll see. Take care then. Try and stay alive and be well. Hello. Welcome to Sunday. Welcome to Bodie as well. I know, darling. Yeah, in a minute we will. Well, we already have this morning. Bode, we already have this morning. Okay. Can you see that one? So these two are on my eBay now. So yeah, welcome to Sunday. I just thought I'd tell you about my week really. Okay, so it started off with a lovely takeaway. I decided to treat somebody on site who's a full-timer, who's very much down on his luck really, to be honest, you know, which is how things go sometimes, you know. Now they're away, I can have a fag. So I'm just out of the shower as per normal. I always, creature of habit, I tend to do the same things really. So, yeah, he's very much down on his luck, and the last takeaway he had was the last one with me and a couple of other full-timers about 12 months ago. So yeah, special treat really. So we had a huge meal, huge, followed by a huge cake at the end as well. So nice to treat people sometimes if you can, you know. I'm not very rich, but you know, sometimes. Oh, don't eat that. I'm trying to eat his new ball. Don't eat that, please. So the week started off nice really. On and off the weather's been, I'll tell you about the storm, but you know, ignore the storm, it's been fantastic because it's been 14 degrees. Today, it's 17 degrees outside, 17 degrees. It's fantastic, isn't it? 17.4 degrees. Crazy. Just beautiful, beautiful hot sunshine. Says me spitting. 17.5 degrees. We're going up. Hey, I'll be naked by the end of this video. Yeah, on the whole, so the weather has been absolutely fantastic. However, we did have, obviously, Wednesday night, as most people in the UK are aware, we had a storm. Lots and lots of high winds. I've been through worse, but it kept me awake all night long. And the torrential rain, torrential. Never known rain like that. I think Ishi must be very, very clean by now. It was like being inside of a washing machine. Craziness. So I managed to finish 2 pieces of art which I've just shown you. I had a nice takeaway. Had a wander down the shop one day. I think that was the Tuesday, I believe, because it rained Monday. And got very hot on the way back as well. It's 15 degrees apparently when I got back, you know. So yeah, unusually warm. I know lots of people are spreading the rubbish as they always do this time of year on Facebook. This is going to be the coldest year in 28 years. All that stuff, you know. They do it every year. Maybe it's wishful thinking on their part, who knows. So I went down there, got into a lovely conversation in the post office. There was not a queue, but 2 people. And a elderly guy, quite a big guy, came behind me, and he just suddenly touched me on my neck. And I went, "You alright?" And he said, "Look at that." He said, "How did they tattoo between every single hair?" I said, "No, they shave, you know." And then we got talking about tattoos and what have you, because the 2 people in front was a bit slow. And yeah, he was just a really nice guy. We were having a good laugh, actually. Everything I said, he laughed, you know. He said, "Was you a bit of a hippie in your day?" I said, "I think I still am." So he was nice guy. And apart from that, we've just been doing the usual, a few little walks, playing BALL. And really that's about it. So I wanted to cover one particular subject in this video very, very quickly now, because we've been chatting, but it's on the back of 2 things that are on my Facebook, on my Facebook group right now. 2 separate people have said it in 2 separate areas about, one person said, something like the less stuff you have, the more freedom you have, something like that. And another one was just talking about his mental illness. I hope you don't mind, Ian, but you know, and Ian was saying something along the lines of he likes to be able to just walk away. So everything he owns is in a backpack. He owns nothing. He doesn't want stuff and things around him. Doesn't work for him, and that's absolutely fine. That's just how it should be. It's a way of finding your way through this journey that we call life, you know. However, for me, I see it slightly different. I've downsized a hell of a lot, obviously, you know, to live in a van. And there's a little saying, isn't there, when you move into a van or a boat or a bender or whatever, you know, take what you need, not what you want. Now, at some stage I'll be housed. I like to have things around me. I like to fill a space. I like to fill a space with my energy, colour, ornaments, pictures, paintings, things that mean something to me. And they bring a kind of a comfort to me. They make it home to me. It's all to me, this, obviously, you know. So I'm not into the minimalist approach at all. For me, I find it quite depressive. And I think it can bring on mental illness. Living in a cardboard box, white box, whatever colour walls you've got, it just doesn't work for me. So yeah, I like to fill a space really. So when I am housed, I'll be showing you what I've bought and stuff like that. I don't currently own a lot really. I've got a drum, big djembe drum, and two big large Buddhas, and a couple of bits, an Indian painting, yeah, a couple of ornaments. That's about it. So, and they're all in the backgrounds somewhere. So when I'm housed, I will be getting them, and then I'll be filling the space really with the stuff that does really appeal to me. But it's each their own, isn't it? The whole idea of saying what I'm saying now is that Ian has found his way through, found the key, he found what works for him. And whatever works for you, that's how it should be, definitely. You know, and not to follow the trend, not to follow a set pattern in any way, shape or form. Find what works for you and follow that. So the rest of this week, what will it entail? Well, who knows? Who knows? Hello. Are you looking out the window? What's out the window? Is anything special out there? No, 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 no. Oh, my little love. Right, go and lay down for a minute, please. Good boy. Okay, just thought I'd show both there. Anyway, if you like those two paintings, either one of them, please have a look. They're on my eBay right now. Take care then. I'll be back on Wednesday, if not before. Be well.